Okay, so good evening, all of you, and it's a formal welcome from myself, Amit Kumar, and I am assistant professor in School of Journalism and New Media Studies, Indira Gandhi National Open University. And as for the schedule, today we are going to discuss about the practicals, print and online. This is the scheduled topic for today's session, practicals, print and online. I prepared one PPT. Let me just share that PPT with you. Is it visible to all of you?
Yes, we can see.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So basically, practical print and online. Practical print and online. This is a practical course. If you will see the program structure of PGJMC or postgraduate diploma in journalism and mass communication, or MA in journalism and mass communications first year, both are the identical things, both are the identical programs. The first year of MA in journalism and mass communication is the PG diploma in journalism and mass communication also. So if you will see the structure of the PGJMC or the first year of MAJMC, you will find that there are total 8 courses, 6 theory courses. First theory course MJM 020, these are the codes, Introduction to Journalism and Mass Communication. Then MJM 021, that is reporting techniques. Then MJM 022, writing and editing for print media. Then MJM 023, broadcast and online journalism. Then 24, media and society. Then MJM 25, media ethics and laws. And there are 2 practical courses also. The code is MJML. The L is, addition. L is for lab. So in IGNOU's program, wherever L, it means it's a practical course. So MJML 020, that is practical print and online. And MJML 021, that is practical audio visual. So these are 2 practical courses. One is print and one is focused on print and online, and another is focused on audio visual. So today we are going to discuss about this one, MJML 020, that is practical print and online. And it's a 4-credit course. Basically, all the courses are, 4-credit course. So as you can get an idea, the general idea from the title itself, it's a practical print and online. It means it will cover this course will cover the print media related aspects as well as the online media related aspects. So here are some points you can say which are covered in this practical course that is called practical print and online. First is news report writing. So news report writing includes report writing for all the different types of beats. And one more suggestion, ki all both these practical courses, whether it's a print and online or audiovisual, both are completely dependent on the 6 theory courses. So we have theory courses on reporting techniques also, writing and editing also, broadcast and online journalism also. So we have theory courses based on all the aspects of print and online media as well as broadcast media also. So first suggestion is ki just go through those theory courses properly. And in these practical courses, basically you need to apply the knowledge gained from the theory courses. So like here the first point is news report writing, and we have one dedicated course, complete course, reporting techniques and writing and editing for print media. So these two courses are useful for these type of practical activities. And this news report writing includes different beats. In this topic, it will cover the political beat also, then the crime beat also, then the business also, then the sports also, then local governance also, then the lifestyle, fashion, entertainment. So all the beats will be covered, in news report writing. Okay, then the feature writing. So in the theory courses, you will find detailed content on feature writing. What is feature and how is it different from a news report, and what is the process to write a feature, and what is the difference between the writing style of a news report and feature, what type of topics uh, suitable for the feature, what types of headlines we should use for the feature. So all these things are discussed in the theory courses in detail. So once you will go through those content, it will be easier for anyone, for any student to attempt these activities in this practical course. Then the headlines writing, very important. We all know that headlines should be catchy also, and should present the core of the report or a feature of an article or an opinion piece. So headline is important because this is the first interaction between the uh, content and the reader. So if the headlines are catchy, attractive, and presenting the core of your written piece, then it will be easier, or there will be possibility to attract more and more willing reader towards your whatever piece. It may be report, or it may be feature, or it may be opinion writing. So headlines writing is important. How to frame headlines, that is also very important. Then the interview techniques. uh, interview, we all know that interview is a very important tool, very useful tool for news gathering, or you can say the news content creation. And interviews are used in all types of media. It is used in print also, online also, television also, radio also. So any type of media can use interview as a format of the news related or current affairs related content. So interview techniques are important. There is a dedicated there is a dedicated chapter, or you can say unit, in a course, reporting techniques on interview. So if you will go through that chapter, based on the interview tools and techniques properly, you will get more clarity about how to conduct an interview, what type of precautions one should take during planning an interview, then conducting an interview, then the presenting an interview, and what type of things we should use to get appointment of the the required people for your interview. So all these activities are mentioned in that chapter, that is that is in MJM021 reporting techniques, and the title of the chapter is interview tools and techniques. Then the creating and using infographics, that is also important. Nowadays visual culture is increasing, so a lot of visual elements are used in print media also and the online also. Here we are restricting our discussion towards print and online only. So infographics are, very important to present data, present information with the help of graphics and images. So and there is a dedicated chapter also on infographics in our theory course. So just go through that content properly and you will get a proper idea about how to create infographics and how to create relevant infographics, and how to catch the attention of your readers or viewers with the help of infographics. Then the sixth point, which is covered in practical print and online, that is called photojournalism. So photography, we all know that as a tool to create messages through the visual medium. So photography is a part of visual communication, and with the help of photographs, we can tell our story, we can tell others' story also as a journalist. And we all know that many times a photograph can, communicate a lot, can communicate the emotions of the people, can communicate the disaster of a certain area, can communicate the happiness also, the sorrow also. So photography has a huge potential in the field of journalism also. Though we all know that photography is a tool, and that tool can be used in all the sections, in entertainment also, in fashion also, in tour and travel also. In the same way, we can use this tool in the field of journalism also. So when we are using this tool in the field of journalism, in this area of news, it is called photojournalism. And we have one dedicated unit on photojournalism also. So just all are requested to go through that, that unit, that particular chapter, and you will get complete clarity about the photojournalism. Then the seventh is editorial and opinion writing. That is also covered. Both are the important types of writing, editorial and opinion. Then the page designing. Page designing, we have a dedicated chapter on layout designing. And in that chapter, we discussed about the designing of newspaper or the magazine. Then the ninth is creating a news website. So since online is also here, this course MJML020, that is practical print and online. So both the components, print as well as the online component, are available here. So creating a news website is also a part of this practical course. You will have to create, and we have one course that is called MJM023, that is broadcast and online journalism. And in third block of this course, the third block is dedicated to online journalism. And in that block, you will find chapters talking about how to develop news websites, how to create news website, what are the different ways to create news website. So all these aspects are discussed in that, you can say that chapter. Then the 10th is content creation for news website, writing for online news using audio. So we all know that the websites are, online media is providing a convergence. It's a convergence. In print, we are using the typed text and the photographs and the graphics also. In television, we use visuals, videos, then the graphics also, then sometimes text also. In that case, that text is in the case of graphics, the audio also. And in radio, we have only audio component. But when we see the online media here, there is a convergence of all these types of things. So for a news website, you can use written typed text also, you can use photographs also, you can use static graphics also, you can use interactive graphics also, you can use animations, you can use video, you can use audio. So all type of material, all type of content can be used on a news website, and that website is basically a convergence of different media. So these 10 points, this practical course MJML print and online covers these 10 points. And I think these things will be clear to you. If you have any query, you can raise your hand, or you can type your query in the chat box also. uh, Let me see. Okay. So this practical print and online will cover these 10 points. I think it's clear to all of you. Should I move ahead? Okay. Thank you.
Yes, it's clear, clear.
Okay. Then now there should be clarity how to complete this practical course. Uh, as I told you, ki this in this practical course, you need to just apply the knowledge you gain from the theory courses. So we have 6 theory courses based on talking about the basics of journalism and mass communication, then talking about the reporting techniques, then talking about writing and editing, then talking about broadcast and online journalism, then talking about the media law and ethics. So all these 6 courses will provide you enough material and enough knowledge and enough content. Okay. After going through those theory courses, now you need to apply those knowledge and skills to complete your practical course. Okay. So learners are required to do following things. So as a student, as a learner, what type of things we are expecting from you to complete this practical course, practical print and online? First, go through the study material of all the 6 theory courses properly. uh, as in this course, practical course, you have to apply your knowledge learned from these theory courses. I have already explained to you. There will be no face-to-face classes for these practical courses, and there will be these type of counseling sessions also, where like this counseling session through Google Meet, I am trying to clear your confusion, or if you need any clarity about these practical course, so that type of academic support will be available for it. And the counseling sessions on different theory courses. So we have scheduled the counseling sessions of many different theory courses. So in those courses, those activities will be also discussed, which are included in the practical course. Okay. Like writing a political news report may be a practical activity of this practical course. So when there is a counseling on reporting techniques or writing and editing for print media, in those counseling sessions, it will be discussed how to write a report, what is the format of a news report, and how to present a news report in a particular format and in particular style. Okay. So you need to apply those things in this practical course. Then the third is you have to prepare a production portfolio and submit it to your study center. Okay. So in this practical course, practical print and online, you need to prepare a production portfolio. Production portfolio is nothing but a compilation of different practical activities. So you have to do different practical activities. You have to compile it and prepare a production portfolio. We will discuss production portfolio in detail in coming slides. So you need to prepare a production portfolio, okay? And after preparing it, submit it to your study center. Now, what is the production portfolio in the case of practical print and online? In both the practical courses, print and online, as well as in audiovisual also, production portfolios should be prepared. In both the cases, you need to prepare separate production portfolio. Here we will discuss about the production portfolio of practical print and online, MJML020 in detail. So all the learner will produce a production portfolio which will be evaluated in term in practical examination. The production portfolio of practical print and online has two major components, as the name suggests. The first is related to print media, and the second is related to online journalism. Okay. So now the details about the production portfolio. So this is the production portfolio. There are total 15 activities you have to complete. So there are total 15 activities in this production portfolio, and different marks are also assigned. The total marks for the production portfolio you can see in this slide is assigned total 70 marks, and it's a different in different activities. Like the first activity is political news report, 300 to 500 words. It means you are required to write a political news report, and the word limit will be 300 to 500 words. Quantity 1, it means you need to write one political news report. And the marks, total marks, 3 marks are assigned for this particular activity. So political news report, we have discussed a lot in our theory courses about political news beat, political news reporting also. And here you need to write a news report based on the political activity. It should be written in your words. It should not be, taken from any newspaper or any website. You should write the political news report in your own words. You must follow the proper structure of a news report writing. I will suggest you to follow the inverted pyramid style also. Then there should be clear-cut headline, and you should apply your knowledge gained from the chapter headlines writing, how to give a suitable headline to a particular news report. Then there should be, date line, then the place line, then the credit line, then there will be intro, then the body, and then you need to sum it up. So a proper political news report in 300 to 500 words, word limit is there. And it should be in your own language. It should not be taken from the activity. Maybe, of course, whatever happening in the politics, your news item will be from there only, but it should be in your own words. Okay. Then the second item is legal or court news report. So we have one dedicated chapter on legal reporting also, or court reporting also. So you need to write news report which is coming from a court, some activities or some case hearing, or some other activities from the judiciary. And again, you should follow the structure of a report writing structure. The number of words should be 300 to 500 words, and you need to give proper headline, then the date line, place line, then the credit line also. and one report should be written, and the total marks assigned are 3. Then the third activity is sports. Like I told you, legal or court news report. In legal and court news report, maybe some new things in a case which are under trial in a court, that can be the topic, or some amendment or some modification or some some changes in the field of judiciary also, that will also come into this category. Or there are some observations from the court on different issues in your society, that will also come under the frame of the legal and the format of the legal court news report. In political news report, it's quite clear. All the activities of different political parties, that will come under the political news report. There may be some protest, maybe some statement on different issues, maybe some meeting, maybe some press conference, maybe some rally, maybe some road show, or maybe some coalition, maybe some all a vast of area is available which are related to politics, that will come under the political news report. Then the third item is you need to write a sports news report, and again 1, and the marks assigned are 3. So sports news report, anything related to sports and any sports. Okay. So any games are going on, any, at any level, that may be at international level, that may be on national level, or that may be at your local level also, that will come under the sports news report. Or some activities of sports bodies also, some changes in the sports bodies, some policy decision in the field of sports, or some activities of sports and youth affairs ministry, that will also come. If it is impacting the sports policies and sports activities, that will also come under the category of sports news report. And that will also should be written between the 300 to 500 words with proper headlines and proper format of news report writing, and total 3 marks are assigned for that. Then the fourth item is news report on health issues. That is also important. News report on health issues. Just give me just 1 minute. Let me take a glass of water. Okay. So, yes, we were discussing the news report on health issues. So, in this activity, you need to write a news report on health sector. Okay. Anything related to health. It may be the public health system. It may be the some new innovations or technical, discoveries in the field of health, or it may be based on some new disease or the preventive measures for different types of disease, all the health policy of the government or the implementation of the health policy of the government. So there are vast issues which can be covered under this category, news report on health issues. and you will have to write. It may be you can take the news at international level or national level or local level also. So whatever, that should be linked with the health sector. So you need to prepare a news report on health issues. That will be one, and the total marks are assigned at 3. Then the fifth is news report on educational issues. So various activities are going on in the field of education, like maybe government's new education policy or the infrastructure related issues of education sector, or that can be linked with the school education or higher education, or informal education also. Maybe digitalization, or integration of different types of technology in education, or the complications and implications of that integration of technology into education. Then the digital divide also, then the educational infrastructure available in rural areas or urban areas, or if there is a divide into that, or anything which is linked with the educational sector, that will be covered in educational news report. And again, the word limit is given to 300 to 500 words, and you need to write one news report based on education. Give a suitable headline, then give a proper introduction also, then the body, then the sum up it, so, the finishing of the news report. So you will have to use these things. If you are finding the suitable pictures, I just discussed the 5 total 15 activities, and we will discuss these activities throughout this session. So I just finished the 5 of the activities, and all these 5 activities are basically news report writing in different beats. So when you are writing a news report, keep certain things in your mind that is important. It should be focused. It should be objective. You should try to keep it balanced also. Give the version of all the stakeholders related to that particular story. Write a good headline which can catch the attention of your readers, and try to prepare it in inverted pyramid style. It means the most important things should be in starting, then the least will be in the mid, and then the in the end. So I think am I clear, or do you have any query or question till now? We have discussed the total 5 items. We have total 15 items which you need to cover in this practical course. Then you need to prepare a production portfolio, and then the evaluation will be on these submitted production portfolio. So do you have any query in these 5 different items? I'm inviting the queries of the students, learners. You can write your query in the chat box also, or you can unmute yourself and you can speak also. And if
Hello, sir.
everything is clear, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Please, Simon, please continue. I can hear
Yes,
you.
sir. With regards to the submission, I think you are referring to learning center, and I think this is the issue we have been asking all along, considering that we don't have any physical learning center. And do you have any considerations about the submissions, considering that you are mentioning submission to learning centers in this presentation?
I think I'm not getting you. Let me attach one earphone to my laptop. Just give me 1 minute. I think voice, there is some issue. Just give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
Simon, please repeat your question. Now I'm using earphones so that I can get you clear.
Okay. So I was asking about the submission. Submission.
Submission. Okay.
Yes. So
Submission.
yes, in this presentation, you were referring to submission at learning centers. And we
Yes.
just want to get this clear, considering that we do not have like a physical. We want to be clear that this refers to submission online or something, since we don't have a physical learning center.
Okay. I got your point. So you are talking, I just informed you that you need to submit the production portfolio on your study centers. And in this case, you don't have, it's an online program, and you don't have study centers, physical study centers. So you need to submit. There will be, provision. I will discuss with the program coordinator and I will inform you. There in online programs in LMS, there are provision to submit the, soft copies also, scanned copies of that production portfolio also. So in the case of in your case also, in India also, we have online programs. The same program is offered through the distance mode as well as the online mode also. So for online students, they need to submit their production portfolio through their LMS. There will be provision or platform in LMS to submit your production portfolio. Don't worry, and I will get clarity from the program coordinator also, and I will inform you, or they will inform you how to submit the production portfolios.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. So any other question? You can write your question in chat box also. Okay. So should I go ahead?
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Thank you. So we discussed these 5 activities, and these 5 are news report writing, and 300 to 500 words, and each activity, 3 marks assigned to each activity. Now the 6th is news report on local governance issues. So that is linked with the local governance issues. We all know that it may be municipal corporation, or it may be in the case of rural areas, like in India we have gram panchayat, that is the local governance body at the rural level. So in the same way, in all across the world, we have different bodies dealing with the local governance. In urban areas, there are municipal corporation, municipalities also, municipal committees also, and in rural areas, maybe the rural bodies, like in our case, in the case of India, we have gram panchayats. So you need to write a news report based on the local governance issue. That may be the issue of water supply, that may be the issue of electricity supply or cleaning, or the street lights, arrangement of street lights in the different parts of your city or in your rural area, or the issue of sometimes law and order or public library, or drainage system, or garbage management. So there are plenty of issues which are related to local governance. Maybe local governance elections also, the functioning of the local governance bodies also, that will also come under this category. So there are a lot of activities which are focused on talking about the local governance issues, and that may be at the urban level, or that may be at the rural level also. So you need to focus. You need to take one story from your area and write a news report in 300 to 500 words. Give a suitable headline. And just I was discussing key, if you have like you are writing a news report, that is fine. Here it's not mentioned key attach a relevant photograph, but if you have the relevant photograph, the photographs relevant to these news reports, must use it in your news report. If you are writing something, if you have taken one issue of local governance and you are writing a news report, or, and that is based on the garbage management in your area, or some public cleaning, road cleaning and all, and if you have a photograph, use it with your news report. That will improve the impact of your news report. So if possible, I will request all the learners to use relevant photographs with the news reports also. Then the seventh is crime news report. Crime is a very popular beat, you know. All the societies are facing different type of crime related activities, and you can select one and write a news report, give heading, give proper format to your news report, and the word limit, it's mentioned already, 300 to 500 words. Okay. Then the news report on lifestyle, fashion, or film. So any one, you can take a news report from the field of lifestyle. It can cover the travel also, recreation, entertainment type of thing also in lifestyle. Then the fashion journalism is a big area. So, or films, or any type of entertainment that can be included, because that will come under the umbrella of lifestyle. So it's a basically a soft news story type of thing. You need to pick one, any one news report that may be from lifestyle, fashion, or films. Okay, write a news report and give headline and a proper format. So these first nine activities are related to news report writing on different beats. Okay, so in all, if you will see, all these are the news report writings, and these are covering different beats. You need to write news report in a proper format. Okay, give headlines, use proper photographs if you have available. Try to write, though there are experiments in news report writing. We all know that earlier we were following the inverted pyramid style very sincerely, very seriously. But nowadays there are experiments in news report writing also. You will find many news reports published by very leading newspapers also, which are not written in the inverted pyramid style. Okay, but since it's a learning process, since we are here, it's a not a, once you will master the basic principles of news report writing, you can play with it, you can take liberty from it. But for, I will suggest, for this production portfolio, we should follow the inverted pyramid style. It means the most important thing should be first, then least wise we will give the, and at the last the very less important things should be there. Because we all know ki while editing in newspaper, editing, it's not it's a very easy to cut your story. If there is a lesser place available, then the editor will cut your story from the last. So it's always better to write important things in the first paragraph. So these are nine news report. Here, we should take a 10 minutes break, and we will continue this session after 10 minutes. I think it's 5:52 as per the Indian time, 5:52 p.m. We will start it again at 6 o'clock. Just after 10 minutes, we will start it again. It's fine with you? Is it fine?
Yes, is
Yes,
okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so we will assemble again after 10 minutes, and then I will take the questions. There are two questions mentioned here. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Welcome back. Okay, so I think we should start it again. So there are two questions. Where can we find questions and when is the submission deadline? And then the second, my question as well. So like you can see here, this is the structure of production portfolio. And I have copied this from the practical manual of MJML 020. So there are two practical manuals. One is for MJML 020, that is practical print and online. And the second one is MJML 021, that is practical audio visual. And all these activities, or you can say questions, these are not basically questions, but list of activities you need to perform and you need to compile it in your production portfolio. So you will find all these activities in that particular practical manual. Practical manuals are available. It must be available on your LMS, or if it's available on IGNOU's repository that is called eGyan Kosh. eGyan Kosh, if you will type it in Google, eGyan Kosh, eGyan Kosh, I'm just typing it in the text box. eGyan Kosh. And if you will search in the Google, you will find the website of eGyan Kosh. And in eGyan Kosh, you should, in the search panel of eGyan Kosh, you should type MJML 020. So in eGyan Kosh, first you will type in Google eGyan Kosh, then you will type MJML 020. Then you will find the portfolio, the practical manual of MJML 020, that is practical print and online. And in that practical manual, you will find the activities related to the production portfolio. All these 15 activities are mentioned. And these are the same activities. We are not going to revise it for next 5 years. So these activities are same for all the batches. Okay. And you can find, it must be the production portfolio practical manual must be on your LMS. I will check it with the program coordinator also. And if you are finding any difficulty, as I told you, just Google it, eGyan Kosh, then search MJML 020. You will find the practical manual of MJML 020, that is practical print and online. And in that practical manual, you will find all these 15 activities mentioned there. So all these 15 activities are mentioned in the practical manual of both the practical courses. So I think I tried to clear your confusion. Got it properly? Okay. So is it clear to, I got two questions, and where we will find these activities, and one more that was about the deadlines. Submission deadline. Okay. So as far as submission deadlines are concerned, we are in IGNOU, we are conducting the term and examinations twice in a year. Okay, one in June and one in December every year. So if you want to appear in the term and examination, because there is a term and examination of this practical course also. Term and examination is different. When you will submit this production portfolio, it will be evaluated. As you saw that total 70 marks are there. So it will be evaluated out of 70 marks. Then there will be one Viva also, online Viva. So that will carry 30 marks. So this is the evaluation of practical course. And if you want to appear in the June term end exam, then you need to submit this production portfolio by the last date of June, that is the 30th June. Okay. And if you want to appear in the December term end examination, then you need to submit it by the 31st December. And when you are filling the examination form, always choose the option of these courses, practical courses also. Only then they will consider your candidature for the examination of these practical courses. So, am I clear? So there was a question from Eliane, and where can we? Yes. So we have already discussed all the 9 items. Now the 10th item. 10th item is feature on any issue of your choice. So you all know what is feature? Can anyone explain how feature is different from a news report?
Feature is a soft news story.
Okay, feature is a soft news story. Fine. Anything else?
It can be written in some sort of stylistic way other than the hard news story.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So feature number 1 is a soft news story. That is also true. And feature has liberty, basically, in writing style. Like a news report is basically, generally, we used to write in an inverted pyramid style, or it has, some restrictions. Okay. But in the case of feature, you have a liberty. You have more liberty in structuring your piece, structuring your story. Use of language is also flexible. It's not, like in news report, we should go very, clear, simple language in news report. But in feature, you can add some style also. So feature has liberty in the presentation style also, writing style also. You can include some interviews also. You can plan, you can add some, uh, you can play with you can be creative basically in the writing style in the case of feature. But feature is not, fiction. That is a true story. Feature can't be a story like normal story based on the imaginatory characters and all. That is not there. Feature is completely based on the fact, completely based on the truth, as a news report is. But when we are writing feature, we have liberty to present it, and creativity you can include in the writing style, presentation style of a feature. So in 10th item, so you need to write a feature, and the word limit is given 700 to 1000 words. It should be. Political feature can be also there. It can be linked with the trends of crime also. So from any field, business can be also one sector. So from any field you can opt, give a suitable headline, and write a proper feature between 700 words to 1000 words. And if you can use, if you have, use the relevant photographs also. That is also a good, you can improve the presentation of your feature. Then the 11th is conduct and write an interview with any local politician, sports person, artist, social worker, academician for a newspaper. So first thing is you need to conduct an interview with any local person. It's not you no need to get some big shots. That is not required. The person can be a local, your interviewee can be a local politician, can local sports person or artist or educator or social worker or academician or an author. Okay. So select first your interviewee, then get an appointment, conduct an interview, and you need to write an interview for a newspaper. Interviews can be conducted for different media. Okay, it can be conducted for the print, it can be conducted for the radio, it can be conducted for the television, it can be conducted for the online platform also. But when we are writing these interviews, the formats will be different. Okay, if you are writing an interview for a newspaper, there will be a certain format, and in that format you need to present your interview. Here you need to write an interview for a newspaper. Okay, then the word limit is also there. It's a small interview, 500 to 700 words, and as you know, you must mention the name of the interviewer, also the name of interviewee also, then the brief introduction of the interviewee also. And it's always expected that you should take the picture of your interviewee and you should use that picture with your interview. So that is important. And you can get a suitable headline. So whatever your interviewee is saying, you need to find a suitable, catchy headline for your interview. And give that headline, then write between 5. Use any type of camera, including mobile phones. Provide soft copies in a CD or DVD or pen drive also. So soft copies are also required. So item number 12 should have news value. So it's photography for news and photography for other sectors are completely different. Completely, we can't say completely, but a lot of differences are there. Like, can you tell me that whether staged photography means when we are planning and compiling, bringing the different components, different elements of our composition in a certain way to photograph it. So what is your opinion, whether staged photography is allowed in journalism or not? Can anyone tell me whether it's staged photography? Staged photography means in a photograph, in the composition of a photograph, there are different elements, there are different people, there are different things. If you are planning it, if you are artificially arranging it with a plan, generally, like if you are going for a fashion photography, or if you are going for the travel photography, you are planning certain things. Okay, this will be the background, this person will be there, these two person will be around this pillar, and accordingly you can click the photograph. Whether this type of stage planning is permissible in journalism, in journalistic photography, or in photojournalism, or not? Okay, there is a question from Emmanuel. Please, I want to know more on question number 12. How do we submit soft copies via DVD? Okay. Yes. Like in question number 12, Emmanuel, here, this is the first item where both hard copies or soft copies are required. And when we are talking about the hard copies, it is only in the case of, when ODL is required. We are offering these programs, PGJMC or MAJMC, in both the ways. One is through the distance learning and one is through online. In the case of online mode, you are submitting all the items in a soft copy. So there is no question of hard copy in the case of online programs. So there is no confusion, no need to worry about that. In the case of online program, you need to submit only soft copies. In report rights also, all the reports will be submitted through the soft copy, feature will be submitted through the soft copy, interview will be submitted through the soft copies, as well as item number 12 will also be submitted through the soft copies. So you need to submit two photographs, the soft copies of the two photographs, which have news value. Okay, so the photograph should be newsworthy, and you need to write caption also, and caption should be according to the according to the norms of photojournalism. There is a dedicated unit, complete chapter on the photojournalism in your theory course, and in theory course we mentioned it completely ki how to write a caption for a photograph used in the newspaper or in a news magazine or a news website also. Okay, so when we are writing a caption for a photograph which are going to be used for the news purpose, then there is a norm, there is a particular norm format to write a caption. So follow that norm and just submit two soft copies. In the case of online programs, there is no concept of hard copy. Two photographs with the news value, the photographs should be newsworthy, and write captions for those both the photographs and submit it. So there is no case of CD, DVD, or pen drive in your case, because your program is online. Is it clear now, Emmanuel?
Yes, please. It's clear. Thank you so much.
Okay, there is one more question. Sir, my suggestion is that you share with us a link where we can find the questions for us and to go through after the lecture. Thank you. Okay, just wait a second. I'm sharing. So I shared the link. If you will click this link, you will go to the practical manual. Let me check. Yes. Okay, so I shared this link in the chat box. Once you will click that link, you will go to the practical manual of MJML 020, that is practical print and online. It's a combined manual, and after ending the practical manual of print and online, you will get the practical manual of audiovisual also. And in this manual, you can find the list of activities and the complete process. But be careful, this practical manual is prepared considering the students of open and distance learning and online both. So in many cases, like for open and distance learning students, they need to submit hard copies of written activities. So whatever writing activities are there, they need to submit hard copies, and where soft copies are required, they need to write or save it in any CD, DVD, or pen drive, and attach with that file and submit to the study center. But in your case, because your program is through online mode, you don't need to submit hard copies. All the copies will be soft copies in your case. So this is one clarity. While reading this practical manual, read it with this clarification. Is it fine? Okay. When you will click this page, this link, let me just show. So when you will click this link, you will it will take you to this page. This is the practical manual. It's mentioned practical manual, practical print and online, and practical audio visual. So this is a combined manual, and here you will find all the required information and suggestions also, and the guidelines and some tips also. And here in section 9.0, you will find the activities mentioned. You need to complete it for your production portfolio. Then the whole evaluation pattern, everything is there. And the one more practical manual, that is for MJML 021, that is audio visual, that is also there, and you will find complete clarity about that. But as I suggested you, be careful. It's a prepared for both the online and distance learning courses also. So don't confuse with that. In your case, everything will be through online mode only, and you to submit all the things through soft copy. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Now, Now the item number 13, that is a database news report. You need to prepare a database news report between 300 to 500 words. And you have to prepare a data visualization also. We have a complete unit, complete chapter on data journalism. And we have a complete chapter on data visualization, infographics, different type of data visualization, including graph, chart, infographics, and all. So first, I just want to know what is the duration of submission date. Okay, there is a question. I need clarification on the duration of the submission date. Sani Hussaini. Sani, as far as submission date is concerned, I think in online courses and especially in this Vidhyabharati project, I need to contact your program coordinator. But in general, in this course, the submission deadlines are, I mentioned earlier also, that IGNOU is organizing term and examination twice in a year. One in the month of June and one in the month of December. Okay. So if you are opting June month as an examination month, June examination, then you need to submit by 30th June, the last day of the June month. In the whole June, IGNOU is conducting examination, theory examinations, and after June, in July, they are organizing the examination of practical, where vivas are involved. So if you will submit your production portfolio by 30th June, that will be evaluated. That will be evaluated out of 70 marks, as I mentioned you. 30 marks is for viva, online viva. So that viva will be conducted in the month of July. Okay, clear? So if you are opting term and examination June, then last date to submit the production portfolio is 30th June. Okay. If you are opting December term and examination, then last date for submitting the production portfolio is 31st December. In December, IGNOU will conduct the theory examination. After the theory examination in January, generally we used to conduct practical courses. This is standard deadlines for these practical courses. In the case of PGM, shared with you through your LMS. Since you are in online program, all the communication must be shared on the LMS. I gave you the standard deadlines for this practical course. If there is any deviation, then that deviation will be communicated to you through LMS. Is it clear, Sani? Is it clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, there is one more question. I have confused about the production portfolio and assignments on LMS. Those its deadline is 31st March. So please, could you clarify for us? Yes. So you should not confuse with assignments and the production portfolio. In your program, there are two different types of courses. First are theory courses, 6 theory courses in first year or PGJMC, and 2 practical courses. In theory courses, there are 2 components: term and examination and assignments. Okay, so assignments must be uploaded on your LMS, and you have to complete those assignments and submit those assignments by 31st March. That is the standard deadline for the assignments. Okay. Assignments are only with the theory courses. Practical courses, both the practical courses have no assignments. So assignments are only with the theory courses. 30% in your weightage complete in your result, you have weightage for 30%. Courses here, when I am talking about the courses, it means papers. There may be some confusion, like in general we are talking about the course, then we are talking about the program. There is a whole program is PG diploma in journalism and mass communication, this is called program, or MA in journalism and mass communication, this is called program. Courses means papers, like MJM020 introduction to journalism and mass communication, that is one course or paper. MJM023, that is broadcast and online journalism, that is one course or paper. This is the practical course or practical paper. So course is, in the IGNOU's terminology, course is the synonym of paper. Okay, so you have 6 theory courses. Theory courses have assignments. The weightage of term end examination is 70% and the weightage of assignment is 30%. Though you are writing assignments for 100 marks, but when the final results will be prepared, the weightage will be 30%. The weightage will be reduced to the 30%. So final result of one paper is 70% weightage of the term end examination and 30% weightage of the assignments. Clear? Assignments are only in the theory courses. In both the practical courses, there are no assignments. There are production portfolios. And you have to prepare production portfolios. Production portfolios are nothing but the compilation of different activities. Like in the case of practical print and online, we have 15 activities. You have to complete these 15 activities and submit as a production portfolio. This will be your production portfolio. There is no assignment in that. You will submit this production portfolio. This production portfolio will be evaluated out of 70 marks. Okay. Then you will call for online Viva. And that Viva will carry 30 marks. So now 70 plus 30, the whole practical course is with 100 marks. So I think I tried to clarify it. Assignments are only with the theory courses or theory papers, and the deadline to submit the assignment is, standard deadline for June examination is 31st March. But in practical courses, there are no assignments. There are production portfolios. And in today's session, we are discussing about one practical course, that is practical print and online. And here in production portfolio, you need to complete 15 different activities and submit it as a production portfolio. Am I clear?
Yes.
I think, is it clear now? So don't be confused with the assignments and the production portfolio. Assignments is only with the theory courses. In practical courses, you need to submit production portfolio. So now we were discussing about the item number 13, that is database news report. Can you explain what is normal, what is the difference between a normal news report and database news report? There is one unit, dedicated unit on data journalism, understanding data journalism. And there is, and unit is in GNU's term, unit we are talking about, when we are talking unit, it means chapter, one chapter of 5 to 6,000 words. Okay. So we have one dedicated chapter on understanding data journalism and one dedicated chapter on data visualization, also infographics and different types of bar charts used for data visualization. So can you explain, anyone explain the difference between a general news report and a database news report? Okay. So data-based here, the item number 12, if you will see the item number 13, it's a database news report. You need to, it's a not normal news report. From item number 1 to 9, all the news reports were talking about the general news reports. But item number 13 is talking about the database news report. Word limit is same. (300 to 500 words). Use any multiple reports. Government is preparing report and publishing reports also in the field of, it may be in the field of agriculture, or in the field of education, or in the field of, there are the crime records also, in the field of environment, available on internet. That may be the government data. There may be a report on education, primary education or secondary education, on higher education, or there may be reports or data on agriculture sector, or the business sector, or the production, manufacturing sector of your country, or the international data also, or data about the crime, data about of governments are also preparing different types of reports and providing data. Different type of UN based organizations also preparing different reports and providing data, or some other reputed NGOs are also, national or international NGOs are also doing research and preparing reports and providing data. So that data, you need to, that news report should be based on that data. Like, just take an example, Crime Record Bureau of your country just published the last year's crime report. And here you can find how many crimes occurred, how many crimes against the women, how many crimes against the children, what is the crime ratio in rural and urban areas. So a lot of data you can find from that report. And if your report is based, if you're writing a news item on that data, that will be database news report. That will be from the crime beat, but that will be database news report. Normal crime report means something happened to a woman, or something happened to a child, or something happened to a student, some criminal activity, and you have written report about that. That is called a general crime report. But if your report is based on the crime record data, crime bureau data, of your country or of any other country, or world level, something, this type of report which is presenting the crime related data of the whole world, and your report is based on that, then that will be a data based crime report. Okay, like if you have crime related reports of last 5 years, and you realized that the crime against kids or crime against the children increasing in your country gradually in last 5 years, or decreasing in your country in last 5 years, so it's a news. It must be reported to your citizens, and you are writing a news report with a headline that the crime against children are decreasing day by day. Okay, and in that you can take the data of all the last 5 years crime related data of your country, and you are using that data for your news report. That is one. Second is, what is data visualization? When you are presenting data in text, it will be boring, and it will be, if you are putting a lot of data in text, it is very boring and it is very heavy for your readers to read and understand. So for that purpose, we are using different type of data visualization elements. Like you can use the bar charts also. You can use the line charts also. You can use the infographics also, time series infographics also, to show the continuous decrease of crime against children in your country. So that is called data visualization. So in item number 13, you have to write a database news report. Okay, not normal news report. Beat or area can be anything. That can be crime, that can be agriculture, that can be, industry, business, anything, education. But report should be data based, and you must use at least one data visualization tool. One data visualization tool is you must use, and that data visualization tool may be, bar chart, maybe line chart, maybe some infographics, whatever suitable to present that data. Prepare that and use with your database news report. Is it clear? Item number 13 is clear to all of you?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Now the second last item is design and print the front page of a lab journal, tabloid size. Lab journal means it's not an actual journal, it's not an actual newspaper, it's not an actual magazine, it's not an actual journal, it's a journal prepared for the practical activity purpose. Okay, so that's why we are calling it lab journal. So you need to design the just front page of the a lab journal, and the size will be tabloid size. Okay, and you need to provide the front page of this tabloid size lab journal. And the last is the 15 items, and the marks assigned with this item is 10. Okay, and the last item is design 5 pages, 1 home page, and 4 other pages of a news website. 4 other pages may be based on sports, national, international, entertainment, business, city, opinion, etc. The learners may use the above mentioned content item of 1 to 13 in web pages. Now you need to design 5 web pages for a news website. One will be home page. Okay, in home page there will be links for business, there may be option for business, sports, national, or environment, or science and technology. These type of options will be there. If you are clicking sports, then you will go to the sports page. So that will be one more page. One is home page and 4 other pages. It may be other pages may be based on sports or business or international or national or environment or science and technology, anything, any specialized area. Okay. So you have created the sports page, you have created international page, you have created science and technology page, one home page and 4 other pages. So on web pages, you need to have certain news stories. So you can use whatever content you have created from item number 1 to 13. Those items can be used for those web pages. Okay, and these 5 web pages should be, you need to create and should be filled with the different type of news stories, photographs, your graphics, whatever you can see on the news website. You can try to inbuild or use those elements in your web pages. So this is the last item, that is 15th item of this production portfolio, and the total marks assigned to this activity is 15 marks. Total 70 marks. Total 15 different type of activities you need to complete and submit to your LMS, and it will be evaluated. This is called production portfolio of practical print and online, and it will be evaluated out of 70 marks. Clear? Now, some other information, these are not relevant to you. As I already mentioned, the evaluation of practical courses, there will be a term-end examination for this practical course. Learners have to fill the examination form to appear in the term-end examination of this course like any other course of this program. But the nature of the term-end examination of this practical course will be different. When you are filling examination form, you will be given options of different courses. Don't forget to opt MJML 020 and 021 also. You need to opt it. Only then you will be allowed to sit in the term-end examination of this practical course. The term-end practical examination, 2 components: evaluation of production portfolio, that is 70 marks, and Viva Voce, that is 30 marks. As already I mentioned you, there are two components in the term and examination of this practical course. We have discussed just 15 items of the production portfolio. You need to submit those 15 items, and that will be evaluated out of 70 marks. Then you will be called for online Viva, and that will be, out of 30 marks, and the total 100 marks. Then overall marks and passing criteria for this practical course is 40%. You need to score minimum 40% to pass this practical paper. So these were the different information related to this particular practical course, practical print and online, and I tried to explain it with the detail, and I answered few questions also in this session. So if you have any other query, any more questions, you can ask by unmuting yourself or typing in the text box. Or if everything is clear to you, just write everything is clear in text box so that I can get the feedback, or you can unmute yourself and tell, okay, everything is clear now. There is no further clarification is required.
Okay, for me, I think everything is clear about this practical course and all the requirements. So my question now is, can I decide to take maybe the theory courses in June and the practical courses in December? Is that allowed, or I have to do it in one?
Your program is MAJMC or PGJMC? Which program you enroll?
Okay, PGJ. I'm currently doing PGJMC before MGMS.
Okay, PGJMC. So there is flexibility. We have the concept of minimum and maximum period, and generally for PG diploma courses, the minimum period is 1 year. You need to complete the whole program in 1 year, and the maximum period is 3 years. You need to complete all the courses or papers within the 3 years. So within your validity of your registration, you have flexibility to choose papers or courses for the term and examination. So if your registration validity is there, you can opt few courses for a particular term and examination and other courses for next term and examination. So there is a flexibility in that, no issues.
Okay, thank you, sir. Then I see that you are RC. Are you the RC for our region? That's Bangalore?
Basically, for this particular project in India, we are running, as I mentioned you, okay, we have ODL programs also, open and distance learning program also. So there are the concept of study centers and regional centers for those programs. Since it's a online program, RC Bangalore, Regional Center Bangalore has been, RC Bangalore has been given the responsibility to coordinate it. Okay, that's why RC Bangalore is coordinating your program. So in this way, they are nodal person for these type of counseling sessions.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, so I think I got some responses. Things are clear, so it's a fine, and there is a flexibility. Just I explained. You can opt as per your convenience or your preparation, but don't forget you need to complete all the papers or courses within the registration validity. So just check your registration validity, and within that registration validity, you can plan how many courses you want to appear in which term and examination. Okay, fine. So now I think I am closing this session. Thank you very much for listening me. And I hope I tried to make this session useful for you. Thank you very much.
Before you are leaving, I want to ask you one question.
Emmanuel, you want to say something?
No, please.
Okay.